Greetings and welcome to DevLook at Sublevel Zero, a game from a studio called Sigtrap Games. It's a 6 Degrees of Freedom roguelike shooter which, very reminiscent of an old game Descent, if you remember this one. Without any more comments, let's just jump right into the game. As you can see, you can select a ship, but to unlock those you have to complete some of the objectives, like for example you have to destroy 300 enemies with the plasma weapons. What would be good here is actually to see how many I already destroyed, because I believe this is not for one game. It's nearly, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's really hard to destroy so much enemies in one run. So if it's not in one run, then it would be nice to see how many I actually destroyed already. It's like one of the minor complaints I have. So we're gonna go with a standard ship, which doesn't have anything special about it. So I'm gonna skip all the cutscenes. There is a bit of a story here and some data logs that you can find that explain you what's going on with the world and stuff. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about mechanics. So this is a 6 Degrees of Freedom shooter. If you don't know what it is or what is Descent is, basically you can move in all 6 degrees. You can tilt, pitch, roll, yaw, or whatever you can imagine, because you're in a spaceship and you can fly in any direction, and this game has a very awesome map to help you with navigating this terrible maze. So all the levels are randomly generated, and as you've seen during the loading screen, there are 6 levels, so I believe the 6th one is the last one. I did not make it far, I actually beat the half of the game, so I made it to the level 2, which is the 4th. Oh no, wait, this is the 3rd one, right? Yeah, there's the 3rd one, because it starts from the 0 and I'm not looking where I'm flying, and that's gonna end badly. So I made it to the level 2, which is the 3rd one, because the levels start from 0, and it was really hard. This game is not easy. Like, the first level is probably the easiest one you can, or rather not you can, but the easiest one you get, because the enemies here are sparse and they are not really swarming at you and they are not really attacking you too much. And here's the data log, we can just grab it. I will skip it as well because there are some spoilers about the story. So yeah, the first level is sort of, I guess you can count it as a tutorial, and there we go, we're blowing them up. By the way, if you blow them up too close, you will take damage. So yeah, basically that's the whole game. You fly around, you shoot things, and you try to get to the core and destroy the core, and that will take it to a 2nd level. Thing is that it is not as easy as it sounds, because enemies become more and more dangerous, and there's more and more of them on each level, which is honestly a pain in the ass. And the cores as well change. So the first core, it doesn't really do anything, so you just come in, you destroy it, and you're done. 2nd core will start attacking you. 3rd core, or like the 2nd core, just use some very lame lasers that are pretty easy to evade. And 3rd core will start using rockets, and it will have like shields and all that kind of stuff. And it gets, it gets progressively crazy. So I haven't seen the, whoa. Yeah. So it gets progressively harder with every level, and not just with enemies, but as well with the core itself. So I want to go right in here, and in addition to killing those enemies, I want to grab whatever they drop, because if you don't grab it quick enough, it will just disappear. There we go. And you do want to collect those nanites, which is essentially a currency, because they give you 2 things to help you in your battle. Thing number 1 is, let's have a quick look at the map. Map, by the way, is very well made. So as you can see, the game is mostly linear. Again, as I said, the levels are randomly generated, and I think the generation here is pretty well done. There are some times that, we can actually try to go back and have a look at that branch there. So sometimes map would spawn with a few dead ends, which can be annoying, and I missed a chest here. And we get a useless pulsar. Okay, we can actually craft something, and maybe it's a good time to show you crafting. So, you have an inventory system, you pick up different weapons. Right away, another complaint I have is that basically there's no way to compare weapons properly, so aside from just hovering from one to another, which is annoying. So I would love to have there's enough space on my screen here, for example, to see the another box with the weapon information, but it's minor. It's not like it's a very hard thing, and does not really takes too much time to do that. It's just a bit annoying. So you can craft a crude minigun, but as you can see, I don't have enough nanites to do this. And as I was saying, nanites are playing like two roles. So first one is that you can use them to craft stuff. I think this was the other, yep. So first one is that you can use the nanites to craft things, and we get a chest here. And the other one is that if you collect enough nanites by the end of the level, you will get a permanent upgrade for your ship. Permanent for this run, I mean, that will transition from level to level. And this is one of the annoying parts of map generation, that sometimes you get these dead ends. Like this one is not very far away, but it sometimes happens that you go all the way like here, and then there's the dead end. And what I noticed is that it's really interesting, if the dead end is like not really an end, but like a loop that goes, say, here, then it doesn't feel as if it was, because this feels as if it was slowing me down, because I get stuck in there, and then I have to go back and I stop moving. But if it goes in a loop, it still keeps this feel of fluidity of a level, where I can just sort of continue floating forward and flying forward, I guess would be a better word here, to fight more enemies. And it doesn't feel like I'm slowing down, which is, I think, very important for a game like this. But I think they are still tweaking the generation algorithm, so maybe they will fix that or address that issue. Again, as I said, even adding a small loop is enough to make it feel more fluid. And we have a turret here. So there are ground enemies as well, not just the flying ones. Let's grab those. The ground enemies include turrets and tanks later on. Those are the two I saw. I don't think there was anyone else. So a whole bunch of flying enemies as well. Let's see, can I craft? No, that's not what I wanted. I want to craft something else. We have a bunch of useless miniguns and crude miniguns, and we can... Yeah, no, okay, no, I don't want to waste my pulsar. So basically, as you can see, all the enemies have different icons, and those icons correspond to the projectiles they use. And you have a limited ammo and limited capacity, which depends on your hull and your engine is your boost and speed and RAM. So usually it's a good idea to carry on several weapons with you, so that you can swap them out if one of your ammunition stocks is out. So let's grab that stuff. Oh, we actually got something good. So we got homing missiles. Those are typically very, very good. And we got the enemy here. Blow them up. I see someone else shooting at me. Or is that turret? Okay. So as you can see, we got some healing. Okay, where's another one? I saw someone shooting. There it is. Let's kill that guy. I will, I guess by that time you already figured if this is actually a game you would enjoy. Don't expect anything special from it, so the crafting system is very straightforward. Basically you have blueprints that you don't really know, and then you can just combine weapons you find by using we call them the nanites. We actually get some chaotic grenades. Let's pick those up before they disappear. And now we can get the flux drive component, which will open a portal to the other world. Okay, can I pick that up? Nope. Okay, off we go. So yeah, if you don't expect this game to be anything more than just a very good 6 degrees of freedom shooter with randomly generated levels, then it is absolutely brilliant in my opinion. If you want more from it, then I guess you should look at somewhere else, because this game doesn't really have any, depth to it, I guess, because it's pretty simple, which doesn't make it a bad game. Okay, so as you can see, I acquired 958 nanites, and that gave me 1 nano card, which I can use to upgrade my ship. So we can what? We can become energy specialist. We can take a gung ho, which what you no longer take any damage from your own explosions, but your HP is halved. Oh, that's bad. No, I'm gonna die quickly with that. A slightly less chance for all weapons to stun enemies, but a decrease in damage. Yeah, I think let's go less lethal. I mean, stun is not something I find useful. And we can jump into the level number 1. So let's see how long can I go. But, you know, as I said, you probably got the idea by now, and the game is just $15 or your regional equivalent, so it's not extremely expensive. And do I have another crafting thingy? Not really. Okay. So we can equip here because dumbfire is, I mean, it's dumbfire, it's more or less useless. What other complaints do I have about this game? Well, I would say the crafting system is very, very, very simplistic, like even too simplistic. For example, like now I have all those things on me, which are, like, for example, the dumbfire and crude pulsar are not exactly useful for me anymore, and I would love a way to disassemble them to get, say, nanites. Or maybe use nanites to assemble some ammunition, because, you know, I have a crafting engine or like crafting whatever on this ship, whatever crafts my components. Why can't I use it to get nanites from what I already have, or to get projectiles when I'm low on them? So basically take off my my weapons and then convert them to projectiles, because sometimes I ended up in situations where I did not have enough stuff to shoot with, and ramming enemies kind of works, but, you know, I would prefer to disassemble one of my enemies and use the nanites that I got from them from this disassembly to actually buy more ammo. In my opinion, that will work way better. Maybe they will add that with the next patch or something, because, as I said, the game was just recently released, so there's a lot of like rough edges. And whoa, this is really fast one. But yeah, you know, this is how it goes. So let's. I think like this basically all my really thoughts that I have about this game. Let's try to beat this level. Does not always works. So you can actually use the healing container and pick up the next one, because the healing containers also occupy the inventory space. So you have to be careful how many you carry, and I prefer to have like at least 2 backed up in case I get really badly beaten. Okay, let's boost through this tunnel and see if we can survive. And that got me back to where I was. Yeah, you know, this is kind of the loops that I was talking about. So doing this doesn't feel like I was hitting the dead end, you know. Hitting the dead end for some reason feels a lot worse than this. And let's go here and have a look. What do we have here? And any enemies around? Ah, there you are. There you go, please die. Whoa, okay. And then you. And we're good. So let's see. Any chests around? Oh yeah, another complaint I have about this game is the radar. As you might know if you play any space games or any 6 Degrees of Freedom games that are you know, older than this, it is very important to have a good radar in a game like this, because knowing where your enemies are is very hard. And there is a radar, so if you look like in the center bottom of the screen, you will see this sort of a sphere that is rotating around my ship. But the only thing that it shows you is actually the incoming impact. So let's catch one rocket and you will see, you know, that now it shows where the enemy is. But sometimes it is so damn hard to figure out where the enemy is, especially, like, I don't know, maybe it's just my problem, but I sometimes get disoriented, especially when I rush into the room and just get into, like, later on when there's like a lot of enemies, I get into the room and I start fighting. And I just sometimes fly maybe too fast, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Where is up? Where is down? Because, you know, it can be very confusing. 6 Degrees of Freedom stuff is sometimes a bit hard on your brain because it's not used to working like this. And basically, unless enemy hits you, you don't know where he is, and that can mean that you're basically gonna die, which is not very nice. So I would prefer to have like a proper radar that would actually show enemies all the time. Maybe add an easier difficulty for that and say, okay, if you want to play on a hardcore difficulty, you don't get that, but for casual players like me, you would get like a simple radar. And I got hit again. There we go, we got a bomber hull, which has more HP, slightly less normal ammo, and I think it's slightly more other ammo, so we can just equip it. Why did you throw away all these things? I want my repair kits. There we go. Alright, so I think nothing is here. Yeah, so we just picked up another hull, and you know, it's more health. That's always good, and actually I have to repair because I have just a 50 HP, which is not a good thing. Where do we go now? Either straight, but that something tells me that's gonna end up in a loop, or maybe not. I mean, let's try it. Why not? So yeah, radar is definitely something I would want to see improved, or as I said, maybe, you know, easy mode that will actually have a radar that always displays enemies. And I think I already was here. Yep. This level seems to have a lot of those loops and not that many dead ends, which I personally like. Okay, let's get back. Where are we going? And now we go left, I think, right? Is that where we go? Yep. Okay, good. Again, you know, I'm complaining about all those things, but I have to note that all of those complaints are pretty minor in comparison to, you know, how awesome this game is. Because I played, I think it's like 4 hours already, so I lost a lot of times, to be honest. And I'm playing and I'm having fun, and you know, oh, and I'm gonna be murdered again. We have a healing thing here, so let's grab it and heal right away. There we go, and we got a guy with rockets. Let's shoot a rocket at him as well. That should work nicely. There we go. That's what I want to see. Alright, so now I'm at full health, which is always good. And yeah, so basically this disassembly thing that I suggested would mean that what they want to replace says that there's way more damage, but this is homing. I guess we leave more damage in a straight line and then take the... So yeah, basically disassembly would mean that I can I don't need to throw away stuff to pick up another thing to properly compare. Razor impact rifle. That's probably a railgun, right? So we're gonna check it now. Yeah, no, okay, not exactly a railgun, but well, I mean, let's see how that goes. So let's kill this thing. Alright, we got some nanites. It's generally a good idea to... Whoa, I hate those tiny things because they shoot all over the place and it's really hard to dodge this stuff. Yep, you please die. There we go. So yeah, it's what I was saying. There are some crazy achievements that you can get, by the way, like or like I guess they go as well, not just for the achievements, but for those ships unlocks that I showed in the beginning. Like you have to get like the accuracy rate something like 85% up. I am not even sure how you can achieve this. I always get like 60 at max. Okay, there's a dead end, so we go forward and then right up. I want to go to this second core and show you how exactly it works, because it's probably going to murder me terribly. I mean, I'm pretty good on health, actually. So in addition to normal doors that we're seeing here, the game does features the doors that require keys. And I want to kill that one before it starts shooting at me again. And we got those guys. Those are the easiest ones to handle. You know, the projectiles are fairly slow, so you can just dodge out. Oh, whoa. Stop damaging me. Let's pick that stuff up. And I saw some really good gun here, little shredder. So we can actually replace this one, right? Whoa, okay, that's a shotgun. That's the first time actually I picked that one up. That looks pretty awesome. I mean, let's try it. So 21 bullets, that is a lot of ammo consumption. So those guys are melee. They will charge at you. They are extremely annoying. Fairly easy to dodge if you are not staying in one place, they are generally will miss you. There we go. What you did not blow up already. And I'm out of ammo. Okay, that shotgun is really good. Come on, there we go. No, it is a railgun, so what I was shooting with? Was it the my normal gun? No, pick up everything. There we go. Alright, so what do we have? We can go only here. Alright. As you can see, the levels are mostly linear, so there's not that many deviation from that path that leads you to the essentially the boss. Come on, die already. Those are pretty fat actually. There we go. And we can use the darts now as well because I have quite a lot of them. So like 85, and we got another. Oh no! What is? Ah, those sniper assholes. Ow! What is going on? Where is? Oh, those tiny bastards. Ow! And I'm. Okay, I thought I would show you the second core which shoots lasers, but looks like I won't because I just got destroyed by a lava miner. As you can see, if you get careless, you can get killed very quickly. I killed 26 grunts and I killed just 59 enemies. So as you can see, achieving that sort of 300 enemies with plasma weapons is quite hard. And as you can see, I unlocked the new Nether card, Ankylosaurus. I don't even know. Greatly increases boost ram damage. I never use it actually because I find it really hard to charge into the middle of enemies and not die after that. But yeah, this is essentially Sublevel Zero. I really dig it. By the way, I have to note the music is awesome as well. So I loved every minute of this game. And if you enjoy like shooters like this, I definitely recommend it. It's just $15 or original equivalent. I am pretty sure that the developers will improve it because the few patches that fixed bugs and tweaked the algorithms already improved the game significantly, and I'm really hoping for those small improvements that I was talking about, like more in-depth crafting system, which shouldn't be too hard to code. Maybe the easy mode with radar and a bit weaker enemies, because I am very interested what's in this last 5th level of this dungeon, but I am too terrible to get there. Maybe eventually I will, but not yet. Alright, this was Sublevel Zero. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you in your next update. Bye!